Hello, everyone, and welcome to Zelda Speedruns. Today we have another Majora's Mask Blitz Tournament Season 1 race. This is Vidya versus Will in Game 2. Tracking today we have Painapple and Special K, and on commentary we have Dat Losset and Tony Bigblind. And they'll take it from here.
Thank you, Basil. Yep.
All right. Another exciting day for Blitz with 15 seconds left to go. Game 2 between Vidya and Will, with Will winning Game 1. So Vidya is going to need to take a win here to stay in the game. Super exciting, especially with the Georg start to boot.
Yep, we might not see Sora Mask today, but it locks so many checks, it's probably going to require anyways.
Yeah, Georgstar can definitely be one of the scarier ones because I know at least some people who are super averse to going west. If it's not like absolutely required. And they're off. So good luck to both of our runners. I think if I saw it correctly, it might be a silver on top of the clock tower.
Yeah, that was.
Alrighty.
James is going to rush the side clock down chest first, though, which is a bit gilded.
When it's a big gilded, it's usually nice to just go out of your way a little bit to grab it. Could be anything up there.
And it's a Garo Mask.
Definitely.
We do need that.
We are going to need that, most likely. Not in logic until the more important either hookshot or Moon Tier Deku, but obviously we're going to need hookshot to make use of it anyways, so...
Yeah, pretty much stand opening here, probably both my runners. Just do things slightly different order. But James is gonna go North Clock Town. Well, Will's actually gonna go West Clock Town. Probably just to get started with the bank.
Yep, be able to check that bomb bag purchase. Ooh, a bow on the North Clock Town tree. Okay.
Well then, this is opening up quickly.
That's already nice to see. You get to do bombers super early when you have all these really quick clock town checks. You get to check all your tingles whenever you see them.
And that's a Capping's Mask. That doesn't do anything right now, but it's nice to have right now.
If you are...
Sorry, going ahead.
I was just gonna say, if you're curious at what Blitz means as opposed to a regular tournament, Blitz tries to cut out a lot of the longer checks. One of the reasons why Kafei's Mask doesn't actually do anything right now. It cuts out any checks that would happen strictly past midnight, just because they're not easily gotten to, as well as we start with one of the remains, and as you can see, this time we have Georg remains, meaning anything in that dungeon or behind that dungeon is not going to be needed in this seed, so we will not be visiting Great Bay Temple today. And yeah, it looks like Vidya's just going around picking up bombers. Makes a lot of sense. I have to imagine we'll see Will here do the same.
Yeah, I'm surprised off to do it early now, but it makes sense. You just want to hurry grab these two bombers, and yeah, do the standard Osobuto over and over that. A lot of Blitz runners like to do. I personally just like to go rush North Tournament Field still, just to get hints, because I prioritize hints. But some runners just like Osobuto opener, just get the field scrub in the field for later.
Yep, still waiting to see where Will is actually going to decide to go. Will it be standard observatory or a north? Looks like just standard.
Yeah.
The only reason early bombers might not be the best thing is because in Blitz, since a lot of the longer checks are out, such as Spider Houses, Ranch Sisters, Dompe, and the likes, that leaves room for the kind of second tier stuff to be hinted, and Bomber Kids is one of those possibly hinted checks. So we might just see it be hinted later on as nothing, and it was just a slight waste of time, but usually just nice to get it out of the way.
Yeah,
no
that
matter
applies
what.
to a lot of checks in general in Blizz. The same goes really for Horse Race, since it's available immediately, but runners just really do not want to push Branch unless they know about it, or they get something for Tingle on Milk Rose.
Mm-hmm. I can't imagine we'll be skipping going to Milk Road today, though, especially with that bow. Should be when I would get the tingle out of the way.
And that's our first WAF. Tournament field. Pretty obvious, but
Nice game.
might be
Appreciate
something.
it as always.
Probably a waste unless it's in the western area. Which we can need Sora Mask anyways.
Yep, generally speaking, Terminate Field WAF is just kind of trash, since that's the first location we're going to be full clearing anyways. But it's also probably it's also the most likely area, if I had to take a guess, to be WAF. As it's just so much Sphere Zero stuff, it's almost guaranteed that something useful is going to be there.
Yeah, but not only that, but in Blitz Saints, you also get up to 5 weighted heroes total throughout the seed and 3 foolishes, so that causes more of a chance Tournament Field can be hinted WAF compared to the usual 3 we have in other settings like Standard.
Very true.
And yeah, Vidya, not surprised here, he's gonna push Maroon Key here with Granny.
Yep. Just doing the classic observatory opener. Definitely the most efficient way to clear out all the checks, but just putting off those hints slightly earlier. So if you end up seeing something like a stock bot in hint, or like East Clocktown, like Foolish for either of those locations, it does kind of suck, but it's definitely the best way to just clear out your checks. And oh, looks like Will is not actually doing that.
He's going for the hint here, and the Dongo's pretty out. He wants Bank out of the way right now. That's what he's doing.
Deku Palace, way of the hero.
Well, we need Deku anyways, but that is nice to know.
Mm-hmm.
8 checks there. You got the monkey song. You also got the 3 checks there. We could resolve to control these situations if we're missing a hook shot.
Never thought about doing Dodongos with a bow. That's fun.
Oh, Night Mask on Madam in the mayor's office.
Kind of upsetting that you do that immediately after Grandma's stories, but it is what it is. You wouldn't have wanted to do the second Grandma story anyway, probably.
I'll be frank, if I was in James' situations, I would do almost here right now and just get Night Mask over with and probably instantly reset the cycle and just commit to day 2. With Blitz settings, you have little reason to stay on day 1 after the initial opener, aside from like 1 or 2 situations like Leather Cafe, if you're too far into day 2, but that's pretty it.
Very true. And we did have magic in the Dodongo's Grotto, so that potentially satisfies our way of the hero.
Iron Knuckle Chest is Kamaro's mask. Don't know anything about West Clocktown, so that's completely ambiguous.
We'll have to wait and see if we gain anything about Grave or West Clocktown from our hints.
Oh!
Okay!
Straight is a hook shot! Thanks, gang.
Yeah.
Alright.
Nah, I'll just skip that. Nah, I think I'm just gonna skip that this time. Yeah. Hook shot? Who needs that? Not me.
Well, this seat's turned out easy already. Like, early hook shot, that gives you quite a bit, including Sora Cape.
Ooh, a bottle on Guru Guru.
Big chest in the Tournament Field pillar.
Ice arrows, that's definitely the wath. There we go.
Well, we logically need that for Stone Tower Temple, but that's kind of a wasted warp otherwise, to be fair.
Very true. The only thing you really need ice arrows for in these settings is to get into Upper Arcana, but that's only logically speaking. Both of our runners know of probably multiple different ways of getting into Upper Arcana without needing those ice arrows, so it is unfortunate. But you know what this also means? We have Upper Arcana access right now. It is in logic with that hook shot.
Yeah, in the first 10 minutes, yeah, we have access to the Giant Grotto chest. Just chilling there.
No, it's not even that. We have access to Upper Arcana. We have a bow, magic, and ice arrows for that logic.
And that is also Pohat.
Oh my god.
The guess first point. Goron Village is foolish. Okay, 1 in 3 what useless song is there, but that's a pretty huge hint. That makes the Battle of North drastically go down. Also, yeah, chat trying to chase the seed right now. Early but quite well. Let's go.
Oh man. Nothing on the TF scrub here. This is gonna be a crazy seed. How early do you want to rush Upper Arcana? You know, nothing you can actually do up there. Now with hinted Pohut. But you can always grab the Secret Shrine Grotto.
I actually didn't see that. I assumed that was junk.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was junk. I think it said. I'm assuming it said like Piece of Heart.
So that means it's just one check over there outside Shrine, so yeah. I say right now, it's not worth it. It's
Probably
so
not.
out of the way. Like, to be fair, you do have to go there anyways, but it's not really worth it for one thing.
What did that hint say?
Woodford Temple is way the hero.
Alright.
I feel we got wasted a wet waff situation here, because Jacob has this waff, that might just be Snar to get in the Woodfall.
Ooh, nice early FD.
On the fairy as a human.
Neither runner gonna be missing that today.
Yeah, they're definitely not missing that. This was off not to do the fairy yet. Surricate is foolish. What is going on?
That's honestly pretty nice to see, especially with this early hook shot. You're not gonna be brought west because of that, at least.
That's
a
true.
Mountain Smithy 2. Sorry, that was not a Pohud hint. That said Mountain Smithy 2? Wait, am I going insane? I don't actually know anymore.
Yeah, that definitely said smooth. It looks like it was nothing. But I find my issue is, now the problem is, the value of eventually getting to north and now going to west, they feel even worse to do now for a couple checks. Like, you do have a ball for west, but even now, north just, even once you get Goron, going north just feels really, really bad now.
Mm-hmm. You have only really Mountain Village and Twin Islands until you can, you know, go all the way to Snowhead Temple.
Fine with the Twin Islands stuff. No bomb bag, no fire arrows.
Very true.
Unless you just, like, and you don't have a reason to go Tingle there, because you can get the time somewhere else.
Sub 20 minute Upper Arcana would be actually crazy. It'd be so cool to see. Especially because it's definitely all in logic. Does anyone in chat know if we had a Pohut hint? I feel like I'm going insane.
Well, seeing it was Smithy in the quad hint grotto, I'm gonna say no.
I'm gonna also say no, so...
Because right now I have wrote down Smithy 2 is nothing, Corona's Mass is in Day 2 Grave, and Hookshot's on Pulse Race.
Yeah, I believe I also have that. So... Pohut? Question mark? What's in Pohut? I wanna know.
And there's Hookshot.
Yep.
I don't think it was checked if Milk Road Tingle yet. Or it's just opting not to. Honestly, did that, and I just didn't see it.
Painapple, get out of here with with Deku gives us Storm's healing.
I mean, it's not out of the question. There is a woe that the Deku Pass way to hear is Storms.
That would be insanity, and I hate it.
It's very unlikely because the Goron Village foolish, but that riskly can still be Nova on Baby Goron, because we don't have to go to Great Big Temple today.
Do you need... Is bombs logically required for that?
For what, exactly?
For Pamela.
No, you don't need any explosives. No, because the thing is, how you get Pamela to come out is that if you use explosives, she'll come out early, but you can actually wait about 2 minutes, and she'll come out on her own. We just use explosives to get her to come out early.
I knew you could just wait around to get Pamela to come out. I just didn't know if it was logical or not.
Nah, it's not logic. So you can't expect you to do that. Very, very rare, but it never comes up.
Oh yeah, that's true. We do still have this all-night mass.
If Will inverts now, he can make it, but I don't think he's interested. Yeah, no, he's not even interested. Because it's about to hit 4, so he can't get both checks. Unless he wants to, like, just beeline Final Night right now.
Well, couldn't you do the second check and then the first one?
Exactly.
That would only bring you to... That would only bring you to,
10 o'clock on the second day.
Yeah, so that's not that crazy.
No risky with the cafe, though, unknown.
That's true. Letter to cafe can be brutal sometimes.
Yep. I feel like as you get far into Oblivion, you gotta start respecting it more and more, because Weather Cafe is far more brutal than item these things, with so many times the checks are disabled. So it's very likely to come up.
Both runners just kind of playing catch up with each other right now, doing the stuff the other hasn't done, or the other has done.
I don't think we've seen some Night 1 stuff yet either. No, we actually seen Swordsman and Postman doing nothing, but I don't think we've seen Guru yet.
One thing of note, Postman was Ocean Title Deed, so that could come up, maybe. Have to wait and see if we ever find Zora or Bunny Hood for that matter, but...
Oh, that was the poly, yeah, I misremembered. My brain's fuzzy today.
It's all good.
Yeah,
it's just like one of those weird checks where it's like generally nothing almost all of the time. But then when it is something, it's like, did I really find this on Postman? I guess so.
Yeah. Right now the OCD is definitely not larger because no Bunny Hood.
And just a purple rupee on Bank 1. Yeah, I guess it definitely still makes more sense, especially since we have this bottle to go do Day 2 Swamp, all the Road to Southern Swamp stuff first before going east. As unfortunate as it is.
Yeah. This is also another problem, because with York start, going west just feels really bad to do. We got no hints about that place, except about Cave is Foolish. Oh, that's a mirror shield. Will didn't pick that up.
No, Will did not. So... if that's needed early on, I mean, what do we... well, I guess we still need fire and light arrows, or, like, fire Goron keg.
Actually, well, we need all elemental arrows right now at the minimum, but Egos is not far out of the question if those other arrows show up.
Very true.
Low percent Egos, anybody?
Always fun. You can always cheese it with the ice arrows. Just forever freeze.
Definitely the thing I think that's definitely going to be interesting about to see is that are we going to need Sora Mask or not? Because it's blocking a lot of things, but there is a well we might never see it. But it could matter Majora, but we have FD, so that's not going to matter today.
Yep, usually not finding Zora only matters if you don't have it for FD. But luckily, since we have super early Fierce Deity's Mask, that is definitely not going to be an issue fighting any of our bosses today. Really, only Twin Mold, because the other two you can beat rather easily without.
Double defense on bombers.
Yeah, I didn't notice that whenever Vidya picked it up. I did just miss it. But that is nice.
Yeah, I missed it too, but yeah. 6 hearts, right off the bat, you're not complaining. Even
Definitely.
if it was a little time commitment. We're not dying to see.
Yeah, FD and 6 hearts. Definitely not dying this one.
Here's where James is going, and yeah, he's going south. This is just the always safe play. More risky play, which is going west. But I understand this decision. There's just too many checks in south for you to ignore right now. And you gotta go this way anyways. Well, I'm worried. I hope he hasn't forgotten about Tingle here, because we might need that mirror.
Oh yeah, they're not grabbing it now either. I guess they don't have the money for it anyways, even if they decided to get it, but still.
Do you know that the Mirror was on the ranch map, so he, in theory, might get it at 29s later, if he wishes to.
That's true. That's gonna be a weird thing to check, though, just because you're gonna be checking, you know, Mountain Tingle off of the Road to Southern Swamp Tingle, so...
And to no surprise, you got Alibaba. You don't really want to skip Swamp Archer with this. Sure, we have a hook and bow, but it's still not a lot of accessibility right now. Like, we still need a transformation mask to at least open up a lot more of the game. Like, even bombs would not do too much.
Let's see, would bombs help? Meh, not really.
I don't think there was nothing in the hideout chest, so we only need to, like, one check up north without Gora. That's it. And that's Zoe Grotto.
That's true, we can do Zoe Grotto once we find bombs. And the Gossip Stone in this area was just a repeated Termina Field hint. And a nice refund on Swamp Archery.
Yeah, waste of time.
Ugh.
Yeah, right now, runners are basically just caught up with each other, just on different checks.
Gonna go ahead and assume there was nothing in the bat tree.
Yeah, I think he would have shot up there if there was something. Nothing in the
Almost
grotto either.
100%.
Yes, they are up to date. Chat.
Mountain Tingle? Nope.
Nothing.
Alright.
Mirror's just on this loathsome.
There could still be something on a Kana Tingle purchase, but
Honestly, yeah.
at this point, we can actually get that from Upper Akana itself, so we actually don't even need to go west for that.
Yeah, that actually cannot be Wolf anymore, possibly.
Very true. So if we see Akana Canyon Wath, or... Well, I guess not. It would really only matter for Great Bay Coast Wath.
Yeah.
Vidya never grabbed the red potion. So it's gonna have to take a quick
we'll remember
detour.
to get it. Also, just probably... I'm assuming this is gonna be his bank one. Yeah, this is bank one for him. So he's gonna get 50 rupees back.
At least you don't have to then withdraw any rupees. You can just immediately go grab the potion. And
Will's gonna probably pull slightly ahead here in terms of just doing Swamp Stuff because he already has the potion in hand.
Yep, that's what it looks like to me. Just gonna be very ever so slightly ahead, just because it takes a little bit of time for Vidya to soar back. Looking like only about maybe 15 seconds though, so...
Yeah, it's like a 5-second difference right now with these streams.
So very nicely converged.
Yeah. The question is, if you don't get anything here, where would you go next?
That's the big question, isn't it? Do you probably check both Grandma's stories immediately after this, I have to imagine.
Yeah. Go to the final day, clear out the rest of Parktown, and in this situation, you got a decent amount of hints. Going Ranch just feels bad now.
I mean, we're still missing a lot of hints, though. We're missing 2 Way of the Heroes, 1 Foolish, 3 sometimes. Like, there's still a lot of hints out there. I could definitely see doing both Grandma's stories and then just going Ranch right after that. And then coming back, doing, like, Honey and Darling, Town Archery, Night 3, Stockpot Inn. I could see myself doing that play at the very least.
No. Regarding the Sora Cake Foolish, the Sora Cake is considered the area outside the Generator Sora Hall. Where the jar game is, that whole waterfall area, that's considered an area of this book.
Yep, so the first main area that you enter as you go west is considered Great Bay Coast. And then the in-between area between there and Zora Hall is the Zora Cape. Ooh.
Okay.
I kind of still hate going Grave right now just because we don't have a bomb bag. It always feels bad.
Not only that, we know about the Kamaro's Mass and Day 2 Graveyard.
Exactly, so we're definitely gonna want to be picking that up once we do find a bomb bag, so... Unless you want to make 2 trips to Grave.
Plus, most songs that will be there right now are really not gonna do anything for us. Sonata will just give us pure. Healing will give us only Macau right now.
Mm-hmm.
Any other song will just do nothing. If it's like Elegy, you're gonna still need Sora Goron to climb Stone Tower Temple. But it's not out of the question, like, Elegy could be there, we could find a transformation match, we could have, like, a sub-hour Stone Tower Temple entrance, and it could
that would be absolutely absurd. I think probably the play that makes most sense to me, at least at this point, is finishing this up, land title deed turn in, Komei, all-night checks, and then ranch. Since you're still missing them, 2-way the hero hints still out there is a lot.
Nothing on the land deed, but it's not fully dead yet. There's always the possibility of scrub relocation. Actually, no, I mean stupid, no.
Yeah, never mind. No scrub relocation anymore.
I forgot about the Goron Village pin, but yeah, no, we don't need to do that again.
Definitely not, especially with this Goron here.
Now that opens up quite a bit. Not too much, because we're the dead Goron Village, but there's still quite a few things we can check out.
Yeah, I still think I like doing Clocktown wrap-up and the all-night checks into Ranch. I still think that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Even more now with Goron, since you can just roll your way all across Ranch.
Yeah, the other thing as well, Strap just doesn't give us anything right now. We can't do any Grottos there. The Path to Snowhead Heart Piece, it's our logic right now while Lens of Truth.
Very true. Yeah, there's really... There is just nothing we can do up north, huh? Without a bomb bag. Or, like, fire arrows.
Or even a low life for that matter.
Meh, we need a good bit to really do anything up north with this this Goron Village Foolish.
Yes, get a check chess game.
Yeah, unfortunate Vidya doesn't have more money here to play the other 2 games.
It's a biggie.
Will is going to be doing both Grandma's stories, though, where the first one gave a heart container, and the second one a Pictobox.
Okay, that's just 1 free check. Alright, Vidya.
Oh no.
Getting trolled.
Oh no.
Oh, yeah, he's gonna go for the block clip here.
He's going for the straight-on block clip, too.
This is harder, but it can work. Yeah. Once you start, like, half clipping, people like to pause block for this. There we go, he gets it.
Nice.
Just so nice.
Mass.
Thanks, game.
It'll be nice for Deku Palace. That's hopefully it. Hopefully we won't need to go all the way up to PFI.
And yeah, Strange is just clearing up here. He's gonna do an all-night mass himself. Both runs will be a final day.
Will's having his own troubles with this great minigame.
Oh no, he's getting completely blocked.
So glad that in the next version of the randomizer they're adding a map for this.
Oh, they actually are? I thought they were actually gonna add markers to the lemons and ranch, not just Chucky and Chess Game. Oh, that's very nice, actually.
The live stream that Revan did showing off Randomizer 1.16 had both the markers on the map for the lemons and a map for the Goron chess game. So you could see the maze on the map.
That's brilliant. I'll have to check that out once it's out, because I didn't get around to watching that stream.
It was a pretty neat stream, showing off like a new little game mode, as well as just like a lot of cool quality of life stuff.
And you're right, Tony. Vidya is just gonna go to the ranch here. He's not taking any chances.
I think it makes a lot of sense with all the hints that are still out there.
Playground is a bomb bag.
Like that one! Like that hint! That's a good hint!
That is Deculot. Also, nice song here, the dog song.
Repeated Mountain Smithy 2 hint.
No,
And yep,
he is gonna do Honey Darling here.
I think it makes a lot of sense. I think doing Honey and Darling, and then maybe even doing Town Archery, based on how little stuff you still have. I think it makes sense.
Naughty Roof's chest is nothing today, just junk. This is just probably gonna be a quick stop for our runners, reset, and maybe go with the Graveyard thing, because in there, right now, Graveyard could just very well be a lullaby and we just ball neck into Snowhead.
That was an important wall.
Rodakana is what? Get the mask on Honey and Darling. The well is almost open.
Okay. We can't do either well check yet.
But we're not far off. We need Deku to go right side, or we need a wallet, or Mask of Sense to do left side.
Also, I think you almost surely just start rushing east as Goron. Especially with this Road to Akana hint.
Yeah, because we did see the pillar chest there was nothing. So it's a 50-50 chance it's either Punch Rock or we got Gurushiro the hero today, which means we're gonna need Lens.
We'll just hold off. It'll only be a little bit. And yep, looks like Will is gonna finish up Town Archery here, and then I assume go to Ranch themselves.
I did agree with chat here that I feel like if you're gonna push east now, you probably want to do another cycle reset just so you can do Graveyard on the way. He has option to do it now, so he's gonna have to come back for Graveyard.
I don't think it's that bad, especially just because this could easily be like Deku for the bomb bag that you're gonna need to finish Graveyard.
You were saying?
Never mind, I guess it could be Shiro, it could be, maybe.
Back-to-back warps in the same location, anyone?
This does also put into logic the Path to Snowhead hookshot check.
Well, also, if we don't find lights, we just need fires and powder keg to do Keg Castle.
That's true too. Fire arrows and keg, or fire arrows and lights away from that mirror shield mattering. Will still hasn't picked that up yet. Hopefully when they go to Ranch, they get it.
Alright, Will checking transformation for himself. Yeah, he's going to Fire Knight. This is probably routing his stat for him. If we didn't have Hookshot, Lens could have meant another check, and that was in Snow and Temple, but we have Hookshot, so it doesn't matter. It's just 3 possible checks right now. It's Path to Snowhead and Hard Face, Shiro the Soldier, or Dramani, which we can't do yet without Song of Healing, and that can be in the Graveyard.
If we find a bomb bag first, we can also do the Hot Spring Water Grotto with that lens.
Alright, Will's checking Tingo now here, Miller. He's getting Mirror Shield.
Alright, good. Good.
Did we see Town Archer on Will's side?
Yes, Will did do Town Archery. I don't think it was anything, though. I think it was just a Peaceful Heart.
Alright, yeah. Ironic's just playing it super safe. Don't take up, pass up the opportunity. Just get these minions out of the way now. Ooh, James, you're kind of a little tight there, but at least we know it doesn't matter.
Now here's the question. Do you want to go do Shiro first, or do you want to go check the path to Snowhead, since both of them are more or less progression?
I'll be frank, I feel bad actually going up north first.
I do too.
Because at least, like, Snowhead's probably the most out of the way right now, to be frank. With the least amount of checks around it, compared to Akana. And a lot of stuff in Akana we just cannot do right now, like buy arrows and no Sora Master Turn in the Ocean Deed.
I just really want to hold out on a bomb bag before actually doing Grave.
Vidya is the first to reset at the 34-minute mark.
But maybe you should do Shiro first, just because it's in the way of the hero location.
Yeah, you can do Gray on the way. It makes the most logical sense. Smart move. See if she just remembers to get a potion here. Yeah. I mean, this is probably getting a potion. You got 300 rupees every time you reset.
Yep, that's definitely the best part of having the silver on the clock tower.
You're also still not seeing the pigment box turn in.
That's true. I imagine we'll be seeing that once we find something like Deku to have a reason to go back to Swamp. Probably gonna stay isolated until then. Oh, Will is gonna be upset at not getting a potion himself. Not that he would know, of course.
Yeah, like, the thing is, like, if there is nothing, we know by default it has to be part of the Snowhead, or for some dumb reason, Egos is hard locking light arrows.
That's true, yeah. It's either something like that, or like Brave Song is healing for Darmani.
Although it might not necessarily be that. There is the Akana Pillar Heartbeats, which logically does need lens. But that also needs fire arrows. And Degi Mask.
Yep, looks like Vidya will be stopping at Grave right after doing Shiro. Makes a lot of sense. Grab the stick to light the torches.
Yeah, Will went back to Clock Town, he's getting a potion.
Makes a lot of sense. Definitely want to check Shiro on the way here.
Vidya trying to go for the bubble damage boost here, but they're not cooperating. I feel like if they don't cooperate on the first pass, you don't bother, just summon Apollonia. Yep, above is like, nope, I'm buggering off, bye.
Alright, second time. Is it Shiro?
Of course! There it is!
Both players are gonna be super happy to not have to care about that.
Hold on a minute. Hold on. Stone Tower Temple is foolish.
It is. Yep.
Excuse me?
Stone Tower Temple foolish. From my knowledge of this game, that means we will be finding Elegy last. This is what I think of every time I see a temple is foolish. I think it's gonna be the last one you're able to enter. So my prediction is we will have a go mode hunt for Elegy. We will see how that prediction turns out, but... Or for light arrows. One of the two.
Eventually, yeah. At least our runs do have double defense, so they can't afford to play it very risky here with the Iron Knuckle. I'm just not the biggest fan of firing the Uncle out of my eyes aggression if I can die in one hit. I want a safety hit.
Yeah, I'm not that great with the. Oh wait, looks like Will is skipped graveyard here.
Really?
Just, I guess, really wants to wait for that bomb bag, but it feels so bad to do.
Yeah, I don't agree with this decision. It's still a song. You need to go there. What about Dark Rune is nothing?
I guess that's nice to have with the.
Of course.
What was
Captain's
it?
Hat locked in Nova. So
That does mean we will not be seeing Pamela.
Yeah, Pamela is confirmed dead.
Yep. Because one of our 2 white songs must be in Goron Village, which is foolish.
Yeah, Pamela is dead by default. And Will, surprisingly, somehow just made the right decision. As long as he doesn't think about going back, he doesn't have to worry about Graveyard until he gets a bomb bag. Nothing on the bats. So the only thing I'm seeing here that's been peaked is Kira.
Will Shrine Grotto have been the play? Oh?
Oh, it's a big.
Okay!
Oh my god.
Rewarded as well as you could be, since Deku leads directly into a bomb bag.
If Fox would not like the seed, he does not like a ball negging to a corner like this.
Feels like at this point, what do? You probably... You
I
could
mean,
even... I could even see Will waiting another cycle to go to Grave and just do this cafe letter, and then, like, fully finish the cafe letter and then reset after that.
That's exactly what he's doing. He's just forward to the second day. This is the cafe turn-in.
I can also imagine... I could have imagined a slight detour there to do day 2 playground for the bomb bag.
One thing I also will want to note, we were talking about that, James did pick Captain Gear. Captain Gear is a big gilded chest.
Ooh. Very cool. So, I think what I'm imagining right now is that Sanada is probably in Deku Palace. Because I feel like that's how these things usually end up turning out. And then we'll just be able to do a really easy Woodfall Temple clear from there. So honestly, this might be an insanely fast seed. We're not missing that many items.
Yeah, and no Sora in sight either, which we might not need. Like, we still need fire arrows, light arrows. And it's just down to song items as well. Like, we know Captain Hat is now useless. And we know Gorman is foolish, so we need Keg by default.
No. We do have 2 songs in the swamp and then Egos left to check. So, we don't necessarily need Keg.
Yeah, my bad then. Yeah, I'm just not used to these songs that much. Ranch is waiting.
Ranch! Okay. What? Never mind.
Okay.
Probably gonna need Keg.
Never mind.
That's a probable Keg, since we already know that on top of the dog roof is nothing. Oh man, I'm sure Vidya's gonna love that he grabbed that hint.
If there everything lines up, this scene might already be over. Woodford Temple could just be having Powder Keg, and that's locking a Waft song, and that's locking something else.
Yeah, that Waft song at this point, I guess it could be healing, or it's either healing or Goron Lullaby, one of the 2.
Or Elegy, because there's still the free beam chests in Stone Tower.
That's true, the Stone Tower chests. What is the cafe? There's the Powder Keg!
Alright. I think we got I feel like we definitely got a Jet Seed.
I think we got a crazy Jet Seed, yeah.
Yeah, I'm checking these swaps here. I think this seed might just be over. We have 3 uncontested way heroes.
Whew! Yeah, Deku Palace, Romani Ranch, Woodfall Temple. I have to imagine, though, one of those is gonna be for Sonata straight up. So, I think realistically, we're only gonna be getting 2 items out of these WAF hints. But honestly, that could be all we need if it's fire arrows, light arrows.
Yeah, and then it's over.
If it's fire arrows, light arrows, it's over. If it's Zora, that means either fire arrows or light arrows has to be Zora locked, or otherwise, because we don't need Zora otherwise.
Yeah. Yeah, if this is that case, this might be a sub 90-minute seed, but probably calling it way too close at this point.
I am really curious when Vidya's gonna go ahead and do this.
Yeah, the Leather Cafe is critical right now. He thinks that Leather Cafe. Because right now, like, until we see what's behind that keg, Will's at a significant advantage.
We'll be grabbing this bomb bag, just always nice to have, especially mainly for inverted stone tower temple clears, so you can do the bomb long jump or the recoil flip.
It's doing nothing day 1 though, so it's just pretty slow.
Yeah, it kind of has to stay on day 1 at this point though, because of Ranch.
Alright,
this is definitely why I was talking about doing it before doing all the cafe quest stuff. Just doing it on day 2 so you can do the cheese.
Yeah, you had time for that before. I guess he just thought about it, just didn't opt into after.
And we will be seeing some Deku Palace stuff.
Yeah, Vidya is opting to go here very quickly. B-Man? It's just a piece of art. I think he buy these beans just in case this worst case scenario, we might still have a whale seed.
You buy at least 1 bean here, 100%. Because, like we were talking about, the Elegy... We could still have Elegy Wath for the Stone Tower checks. Although I guess that would have to lock fire arrows.
And there's the bomb mic.
And at this point, pretty easy wrap up for Will to do Ranch, and then just go Southern Swamp from there.
Okay, well, I need out, like, we've seen the items in Deku Plus. It's definitely the song here. Very light Sonata, but it could be something else, which could make this awkward. If this Elegy, I'm gonna laugh.
That would be so funny. But that almost surely means that your light arrows are in Woodfall Temple, and then your fire arrows are up in Stone Tower. So that would definitely... I mean, like, I think we're just done, right? Like...
Possibly. It's Kaylee!
Come on!
The keg is required!
That's so
required
rude.
healing, required keg!
Oh, man! Wow, that's so rude. Okay, so, I mean, take your pick. Is it gonna be on Darmani, or, is it gonna be on Darmani or Macau? I almost think you want it to be on Darmani, since Macau is still out of the way in general.
Yeah, at this point, you absolutely wanted to hope it's on Darmani, because you're at the stage you don't want to go west at all. And there's a lullaby.
So, almost certainly this Ranch song is gonna be Sonata.
Yeah, I think almost guaranteed has to be, which means this walk actually now is technically wasted. Circle Stays Master and Woodfall.
Oh, as a note, whoever is tracking Will did pick up a bomb bag.
Alright, what is it?
Yep.
Yeah, there it is.
There is the Sonata.
Alright, so Woodfall has to lock one of our arrows or something else at least.
Okay, so we have Healing Wath, and we have Woodfall Temple Wath. At this point, we are practically done. The only way that it's gonna get any more Lotto is if one of these are for Zora Mask, then our other elemental arrow has to be locked behind Zora in some way.
Yep, and that is so many checks, like back in Turnerfield, Twin Islands, and all Quest. It can't be any of the checks that are behind Zora and Stone Tower Temple, because that place, with some dumb reason, is foolish.
Listen, man, like I said, I think it's just a matter of we're going on a light arrow hunt. Like, we're basically gonna be in go mode before we get these light arrows.
Yeah, I think, like, Will has pieced together. I totally can see Will, he's gonna be like, I'm just gonna start skipping things now, and just try and rush all of this. Take the 50-50 chance you're in go.
Yeah, I think you're in go no matter what, though, right? Like, because we have 2 Woths left. The only thing we're missing is 2 elemental arrows. And if one of those elemental arrows is instead Zora, it has to be locking that elemental arrow, which means it has to be a Zora locked check. So you can skip all non-Woth and non-Zora locked checks at this point, I feel like.
But there is a world that Zora is bait, if there are other items in the same location.
So, like, it's either this healing, right, or the Woodfall Temple. Like, if we find... It depends on what we find, I guess, from Darmani and Macau. And then it depends on what we find in Woodfall Temple, right?
Yeah, it really depends on what we find, because this is the thing. All the bait can start showing up.
There is still a lot of room for bait. But I think... Generally, I think it should be fine most times out of 10. My guess is it's gonna wrap up either really nicely, or it's just gonna be some hunt for some Zora locked check. At this point, you probably do Pirate Fortress side first as well, just because Zora Cape is foolish.
Yeah, Vidya is gonna get the bomb back now. Doing this on day 2, so you can use the cheese, which will be much faster.
Yep, and then I imagine after this, they will be doing Letter to Cafe checks from there to get their own powder keg.
Not sure what Will's trying to do here. He's trying to damage his over as human. This is much easier to do with Goron.
Yeah, I don't know why you don't just do it as Goron. Interesting.
It's also the fact that trying to do bomb bomb damage versus human is a lot more finicky, especially with Blast Mask. If you have Goron, it's best to do with that. You can get over defenses just fine.
Yeah. Goron boost. Very, very, very simple, relatively speaking.
Okay, Will's fine. Wasn't too sure about that platform cycle.
Oh, is Vidya going north?
Oh my god, he is. I do not agree with this play.
Is Vidya gonna be checking Darmani first?
I mean, he has to at this point. This gotta be the reason. He's gotta know, like, Lens is locking something.
I mean,
like,
it's not...
He's healing, yeah.
Yeah, it's for the healing more, but... I'm surprised you don't just rush the cafe letter here in this scenario.
Yeah. I can get this. Maybe he just doesn't feel very confident to let the cafe fully. Thanks, game.
And I think that's our final hint, no?
It is. Yeah. That's all our hints.
Alright. So, at this point, we're definitely going to be seeing Will enter Woodfall Temple, and we're going to be seeing if Darmani is this healing Woth. I'm also curious if we'll be seeing Vidya do both Twin Islands checks. Because I guess you might as well, if you're on Vidya's side, doing this.
Yeah, in Vidya's position, this does make sense. He's probably going to check those. It's just a little unfortunate because we know that probably in Will's position, he might be in 50, basically close to go mode. Almost guaranteed, but things can still put a snag in this seed at the last minute, and we've seen that many times this with Zoran.
Yeah, it might be some really annoying bait hunt, but, you know, the seed can only be so bad. Like, I can't really imagine... Like, I think maybe some of the worst things you could see here... A wallet would be really... would kind of suck to see in this scenario. I mean, other than that, it's kind of tough to say. I mean, Zora Mask opens up definitely the most checks if Zora Mask ends up being one of the Woths. But, you know, basically anything you get here, you're gonna have some sort of direction on where your last 2 elemental arrows are.
Will not opting to hit the Woodfall Owl. He's just going for it.
I guess I can't imagine an item you would get in here that you would need to come back for it.
Potentially land the mama and you miss the turn. Oh my... You cannot be
there
serious.
It is. Yeah, so that means we will get one of our elemental arrows in here, and almost surely the other elemental arrow is going to be Zora locked. The only other scenario is if you definitely still check Macau, just in case this Zora Mask is bait, but I have to imagine it, or one of our elemental arrows is probably just tucked away in like Pirate's Fortress.
Yeah, it's not, and plus with Kate Foolish, like we might not see Zora Hall for a while either.
If we have fire arrows in here, it could even be in one of the Twin Islands checks.
That's true as well. Or even Zora Hall stage lights.
I feel like you almost bank on that it's in the Twin Islands checks first. But
it also could be another thing. No, it can't be. I don't think it could be the Icona Castle Pillar Heart piece at this point either.
No, I don't think that's Zora locked.
It's not, so I don't think it can be.
So I'm almost sure that this is probably going to be fire arrows in Woodfall Temple. You know, it's definitely still like up in the air which it's actually going to be, but my guess is going to be fire arrows, and then lights are going to be Zora locked somewhere. Honestly, it probably becomes much nicer if it is light arrows in here, just because then you don't have to do the whole Snowhead Temple clear to check for Twin Islands.
Yeah, you can just do Snowhead and go mode.
Oh, is the restream dead?
Yeah, we're having issues. People are on it. Don't worry, folks.
If you can hear us, it will probably be fine.
Bow. That is not Waff.
Nice bow. Man, Vidya is getting it dangerously close to 11:25. Only about another minute left until they can't turn in this cafe letter, because unless they did it before, I don't.
He did.
Oh, he did? Okay, never mind.
Yeah, he did it in North Clocktown. He's
gotcha. All right.
He needs to be back to cafe by 10 p.m. on the second day.
Yep, he's gonna be just fine then. Just didn't notice that he turned it in.
Yeah, after 10 p.m., that's when the curiosity shop opens, and that's the cutoff point. Oh, another big chest.
Here we go, another bow.
Great fairy sword.
Still not the Waff. Also, not really going to be needing that today.
Yeah, we have FD. At least we don't have to do Dark Room.
Yeah. Dark Room is
definitely
helpful here.
We're just down to the main rune and Ottawa.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it can't be the guy, because in Blitz settings, all the mini bosses are jumped.
Vidya's still not doing this cafe's letter.
No way, it can't be right here. Come on, game.
That'd be awesome. It's right there.
That's it. Okay, that's GG. Yeah, that's the sea solved. Lives are here in Woodfall.
Vidya still doesn't want to do this cafe's letter. Now it's just useless at this point.
Now this is a problem too, like, because when you think about that lens, technically also locks to Mai, so he might be misled.
That's true. That's very true.
Because it's possible you can get 2 wolves just for the same check. And I had the 4. Yep, that's the Iris.
There is our lights. All right, so this is gonna be an incredibly fast seed.
We're in no mode. It's just my run's finding things. Okay. Oh no.
Oh no!
This is bad. He's gonna full clip Snowhead.
That's so bad.
This is really bad for him.
Almost certainly now, Vidya thinks that the lens wath was for Darmani, which makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it makes complete sense, and it's really unfortunate.
Man, we talked about it so much. This letter to Cafe is so brutal.
He's not gonna check it out the Snowhead, so he's gonna lose a lot of time to full clip Snowhead now.
Oh, jeez.
Leather Cafe, on the second check, we hear your start map, has the powder keg, which is Locket's non-awakening.
And just so people do remember, this is game 2 of their match where Will won game 1, so Vidya does need to win this match and the next to stay in it, but that is a Woodfall Temple clear for Will.
Yeah, at this point, like, he knows healing is required, so he's basically in no mode. Like, the only thing he loses time to is doing Mikal first, but that's it.
And I can't imagine you do Mikal first in this scenario.
No, you got to go to Snowhead anyway, so you definitely want to go do that way. There is no way he goes to West first.
Yeah, I mean, I can't see one. North is progression, while West isn't, you know, it's like... You got one check in both areas, might as well just go North first. How long before that check is dead? You have until 10 p.m. on the second night. So, about 10 minutes on Vidya's end if he does not invert.
Yeah, that's just about right. It's about, actually about 8 minutes, because how time works in this game is that on a normal time, each hour lasts for 45 seconds for each hour.
Oh, I thought it was... What? Is it not just a straight up minute? I could have sworn when the final countdown starts for 6 hours left, it's just straight up 6 minutes.
Actually, it's not the case, no. Like, the time does flow slightly faster than that in real time. Each hour lasts for 45 seconds total.
Alright.
If you are inverted, each hour lasts for 2.5 minutes.
Gotcha.
So as a result, each half day is basically 4.5 minutes. Which in total means that an entire quarter of a day is basically 9 minutes, a full day is basically 18 minutes.
Noted.
And it's like 1/3 that when you're inverted. But there's a lot of factors
Will
as well.
is doing Mikal first. Ugh.
Yep. Oh my god, he's going for it.
Yuck. Honestly, though, he's got a lot of time to spare with how Vidya is playing this seed.
It's also the... Oh. Okay,
Express
no.
mail.
You know that can't be anything. I hopefully he doesn't.
Will is still checking these garbage checks. He knows healing has to be something. This is crazy. He's gonna do Labfish?
Why? I think he's misremembering something.
Hopefully he does Macau and then goes and does Darmani. Oh man, Will is getting in the weeds on this one. I mean, honestly, both players are kind of in the weeds.
James trying to do the ice clip here, not cooperating. You have fires, just shoot it.
You just gotta look cool for the restream. Alright? Gotta go for it at least once.
Like, all things considered, this is probably one of the fastest seeds we've seen this tournament. It's just how runners are just not fully piecing together, but in case of James's case, he's been fully misled, and I don't blame him for it, because it makes sense. You have two walls pointing to the same item. I had that before.
Mask of Truth. Oh,
And we have a ranch waft.
Mmm.
Of course, as soon as we're in no mode, all the bait shows up.
Just leading Vidya possibly even more astray, although I hope they do cafe checks.
He's got plenty of time.
Yes. Hopefully.
Like, at this point with his time, he has about 6 minutes real time.
And Will is just being as careful as possible to not miss anything with healing required with 1 item left.
James trying to be fancy here. He's trying to do a fancy Gorm roll here. It's a little tricky to do. Guess it's the second time.
Hopefully, nothing too bait is on is gonna be on Macau here.
If there is, we're gonna be here for a while.
The worst thing that could probably be on Macau is probably a wallet at this point.
Wallet. Yeah, Randomizer would do nothing for Will right now either, so... Yeah, it's not much really. It could be like a deed. Mountain Deed would just do nothing.
Yeah, Mountain Deed wouldn't really do anything either, yeah. So,
Like all the deeds. Okay.
just a piece of heart. Alright, Will. Alright, come on, let's see it. Let's go rush Darmani now. Ooh, now the real question is, since he already went west, I assume he's almost certainly you go back for the big gilded underwater chest first before doing anything west.
Yeah,
So.
he's definitely seen that. But that could be a problem, like, if he thinks, like, instead of Great Bay Coast to look for the fires, he's gonna be in a huge pickle.
Or like if you start going PFI or something.
Exactly.
It could get very dicey very fast.
Like, to be fair, like, chat, like, even with Foolish Cave, that's still a lot of checks behind Sora in the western area, including all Pirates Fortress.
Oh yeah. All of Pirates Fortress, that is a lot of checks with Zora. You know, you got all of Pirates Fortress, all of Pinnacle Rock, all of Zora Hall. You know, all locked by Zora, so... If you don't go for that underwater chest immediately, you could be searching for a while. So I'm hoping what we'll see out of Vidya at this point is doing the Twin Islands checks with Zora, and then going to Cafe Letter after that.
Yeah.
And then just rushing the Day 3 Cafe Letter with the idea that you could still do Mask of Truth on Night 3, as long as you invert.
I mean, he would not need to do that, because he's gonna get the keg and probably immediately reset, so he doesn't have to
Exactly,
do that.
that's what, yeah, I'm just saying, like, with the idea that you could, like, if you wanted to still do Mask of Truth, doing all of the cafe checks, like, is not a put-off, basically. You don't have to put it off. You can do all 3 of them and still do Mask of Truth, if that's, like, in your thought process, because I'm sure that would be with the Ranch Wath.
Alright, yeah, Will is gonna do Dramani, so he's gonna get his required Sora Mask. Like, this is just the problem, like, if Will does go back to Tournament Field and stuff, James is still gonna be an entire dungeon behind.
They're gonna be, I mean, so luckily for Will, Will will have to go mode Snowhead, whereas Vidya will have to full clear Woodfall. I get, in exception to Dark Room, but... So yeah, I don't think this is looking very great on Vidya's end. But for Will, yeah, you probably just... Hopefully you check this underwater chest, and then, get fire arrows go into Snowhead Temple, skip to Night 3, and then just kind of wrap up the seed from there. Oh, I guess we do still have to do Eos.
Yeah, Eos is required to seed. Without any doubt. We know Storms has to be on Baby Goron because of the Goron Village Foolish.
Where are you going, Will? Where are you
Will?
going? Where are you going, man?
I'm sorry, what?
What?
Where are you? Ocean. Okay, this is Ocean Deed.
Okay, never.
Wait.
That's still bad. That was on Postman's game.
Yeah, he doesn't have that. I don't think he went back for it. Oh wait, he hasn't done
He's going
Graveyard.
to grave.
I mean, in his position, this makes complete sense.
Does it though? I don't think it does.
Like, you're still missing 2 songs. You haven't checked the castles yet, and you can't do Eagles right now.
If he gets either of the checks here, I'm gonna be. If he gets any check here that isn't the song, I'm gonna be upset.
There's also the fact Captain Kira. Will has not. This is Will's first dip to Grail, so he hasn't seen the Kira chest.
Like, we have to know though that everything is bad that isn't Zora lock. Like, you don't strictly need Zora for these seeds, so once you have a Zora as Way of the Hero, you know, your last remaining item has to be Zora lock. Oh god.
James' music sums up this race. Oh, I agree. This is definitely the longest I've seen that. We've been in normal for probably about 10 to 20 minutes now, and our runners are just like going all over the place and like not fully pieced it together yet, or just getting misled.
Yeah, they just... Will especially at this point is just not piecing together that, like, for Vidya, at least it's reasonable, because you had the double waff, like, you had the Zora on Darmani, which is lens locked. But, like, on Will's end, man, not realizing that these fire arrows have to be Zora locked? That's... ugh.
Yeah, I'm not getting I definitely think it's just like, this is a misread.
Yeah, I'm
It's
very
so
curious
tempting.
what the thought process is behind doing this. I'm very curious what's going through his mind. Vidya will soon be in actual go mode.
Yeah, very close.
Vidya will be grabbing Keg, getting Sonata, and then rushing Woodfall Temple for lights. So, you know, it's honestly up to Will how long it takes him to get these fire arrows, if he's in this or not.
Not only that, he's gonna have to go most Snowhead, which is gonna be rough at the same time as James clearing out Woodfall.
Maybe the worst it'll get for Will is... like, if Will is gonna full clear grave, maybe you get Kamaro's Mask, and then that pushes you to do the Underwater Termina Field chest. I guess that's what I'm hoping for from Will at this point.
Yeah, nice to have a super at the start. Don't have to worry about bank whatsoever.
Very true. So at this point, I think maybe the 130 dream is still alive. Although, I don't know at this point.
No, I don't think we're not gonna cut the 90 minutes because you still have to travel all the way up Stone Tower and kill to win mode.
Mm-hmm. And do egos.
Yeah, it's not happening.
Yeah,
Plus,
looks like Will is gonna be doing day 2 grave.
Yeah, he's not leaving.
Oh man. Maybe Will doesn't not realize the logic of this Zora mask? Like, that's the only thing that I can think.
Yeah.
Is that they think, like, oh, Zora mask, I just need that to beat the seed. Except in Yorkstart, you don't.
Yeah, like, there is no logic. I'm pretty sure there was, like, no dedicated logic for the Majora fight. As in, like, you would expect, like, Sword Master Fierce Deity for phase 1.
You definitely
So-
no, I don't think there is. And even if there was, like, we already have Fierce Deity.
Like, worst case, like, Sword just cannot be foolish because clearing Onion Great Bay Temple can just be an alternative to get out the order, but that is an extremely rare situation to come up, but it's not applying here, since you have to do Woodfall Temple first or it.
Yeah, Will is really getting in the weeds. About to also check Keaton quiz. It's getting very dicey. This one might come down to the wire.
Yeah, James is storing melee, he knows. He's definitely in go mode. He's not even checking dog race.
Yeah, there's no point. With only missing light arrows on Vidya's end. Oh, man.
I mean, Vidya is 100% going to just get Captain Kier. He knows Lyris has to be in Woodfall Temple way to hear, which is going to put it in go mode. He has no reason to do it.
Oh yeah, there's no reason to do Captain Keto. Like, Woodfall Temple, Hinted Wath. Your last remaining item has to be in here, or you have to get it from something in here. No reason to do anything else at this point. I'm really hoping this Kamaro Mask pushes Will to go do Underwater Chest.
I'm really hoping.
Mmm.
Nope, he's leading.
Gonna
Oh,
do
boy.
Kamaro. Hopefully after
He's-
Kamaro.
I mean, does Kian Chris?
Oh yeah, Keaton. Yes, that's what I meant.
If he doesn't do it off this, I'm gonna be really concerned.
Will Vidya take the princess to the moon?
Of course he will.
Yeah, this could be an extremely close race. Oh, it's definitely gonna come down to the wire. I think
Yes.
Vic is definitely in the lead right now, though.
Yeah, because by the time
He's soaring.
he's leaving,
Oh
yeah.
no!
Oh
If
no.
If he goes to Great Bay right now, oh no!
Yeah. That's a seal there.
Oh no!
There's no
Oh,
back
no.
from this. Will is going to full clear probably all west and is not gonna find anything.
Oh no!
It's safe to say this is Vidya's race to lose. He has everything he needs. He has double defense. He has previous deity. Nothing can stop him. Like, it's not over yet until Majora is dead, but this is very, very likely Vidya's game to lose.
Very, yes. Almost surely at this point, Will is going to be spending a probably obscene amount of time full clearing all of the pirate fortress area here. Man, that's so unfortunate that you don't go get the big gilded chest from underwater.
Because, yeah, he definitely stole that Bill Gilder. I'm pretty sure he did.
I would hope he
only
didn't
guess-
risky it, but at this point, like, what else am I supposed to think, you know?
Yeah, I'm gonna think right now is he either mislooked it or it's just forgotten about it.
Yeah, I mean, it has to be one of those two at this point. And it's just really unfortunate to see. But this is exactly what Vidya needed. So, most likely at this point, we will be seeing a Game 3 between these two to determine our finals match. If you haven't seen how the other match ended up playing, Bro Tinderdos versus Dodo ended up going to Bro Tinderdos in a 2-1. So the winner of this best of 3 will be playing against Bro Tinderdos in the finals of Blitz event. Super exciting.
Yeah, I did commentate, I believe, that third match. Game 3 after this, that's up to the runners. It's their call. But that Game 3 was not scheduled at all because they didn't feel like it would happen, but we'll see what they do after this.
I don't know if Will's gonna want to do another one after this. This one's tough.
I don't blame him.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. And Vidya just making it night 3 from here makes a lot of sense. All you have to do is finish Woodfall Temple, do Egos.
Yeah,
Climb
it makes
Stone
sense
Towers.
to do it here right now.
Mhm.
If you're confident, you can do it even earlier, but yeah, this is completely fine. This should kill just enough time. So and he has a lot of leeway room in case of any mistakes. Because when you just have to rush IST, it's the shortest dungeon in the game. By far.
There's no way that's true. Woodfall Temple's definitely way faster.
Like if you don't include the climb, both dungeons are just basically just only 3 rooms and you're just at the boss.
I still think Woodfall Temple's faster just because of the boss fight.
Yeah, there's a big yellow chest in Steelers.
I am. If these players have an interview, if we get an interview out of Will, I definitely need to know what's going on in his head.
Yeah, I'm definitely interested to see what happened.
With this whole Zora mask shenanigans.
Like all things considered, like the Blitz tournament has been accessible at all skill levels, so some runners are just not more knowledgeable than others. It could just be that situation. It happens.
Happens to the best of us.
Now, I'm pretty sure Will did get the road to Carnahan. He did go to the ranch.
No,
the
Ramani's ranch hint was up next to Well. So I don't think Will ever got that, but that doesn't really matter. The Well Way of the Hero was for Sonata. So I don't think that really does anything in this example.
Like, it had a required song anyways, it led to a required item anyways, which is basically just a waste.
Like, the main thing to know about the Zora Mask is that Deku Palace was Way of the Hero, which gave us healing, and Macau was nothing, and Darmani was the Zora Mask. And since we don't expressly need Zora Mask to beat this seed, our fire arrows had to be Zora locked. And the reason we don't need Zora to beat the seed is because we started with Georg remains, and nothing else hard requires Zora.
Yeah, and not only that, we know Gormage was foolish and it has Song of Stones by default, which means Pamela is also dead. And
exactly.
So it has to be Darmani.
And then I think it's a combination of that and the fact that Will forgetting about this Termina Field underwater chest that really sealed the deal. It's not the first mistake, it's always the second.
And it's not the first time either. That sunken chest has bonded many runners of MMR, including myself. In various
yeah, I mean, we are all privy to the underwater chest. Don't get me wrong, I've definitely had my fair share of... Oh wait, that was Big Gilded? Oh yeah, I forgot I checked that. Great Fairy Sword does help out a lot with the Eagles fight, though, so...
Yeah, I see that argument as well, is that compared to going back for one singular check, or two, you just want to go for density. But I think in this situation, it was not the best call, because if you know Turnfield's Weighty Hero, it's right there. It's hard to ignore when you know it's WAF. If it wasn't WAF, I kind of get it, but... in this case, it was a risky decision otherwise.
You know, it's a guaranteed big chest, and he went back to do Kamaro's mask after getting it from Grave, you know? Like, Day 2 Grave is, like, so much more out of the way than going to do Underwater Chest, which is actually Zora Lock. So, like, I can't imagine it's the idea of, like, density versus individual checks, since Will did both Kamaro's mask and Keaton mask and Keaton quiz, and then left. Like I feel like you definitely check it like right after Kamaro's mask if at any point in time. Like, yeah, but if you think, like, I still think it takes longer to do day 2 grave starting from day 1 grave than it takes like going from Kamaro's mask to underwater chest. Like, I think that going to day 2 grave just like takes longer.
There's more bait. Rune Key and Pirate's Fortress.
At this point, you know, we're just arguing about what Will could possibly be thinking about. Kind of useless to argue about, but is what it is. If Roomkey hit the fire arrows, that would be pretty disgusting, but
Not the case here.
definitely not. Is he gonna go back for Pinnacle Rock now?
There's also still Sora Hall.
Oh yeah! We're
Yeah,
going
he's
back.
like that. He's fully committing to the West. Wow, and need out. No, he's going Sora Hall first. There's only one check here about logic. 2 if you want to do out logic Lunar Heart Beast, but we don't have the Mountain Deed.
The fairy, so annoying. Just get in my pocket. Heal me up.
I don't know how they make fairy hitboxes even worse than OT. I would never get that. And it gets even worse than Wind Waker.
They're so bad. I don't know how it's possible. He literally was standing on top of the vase, and it was just like, nah, I'm good.
I've never seen if there are any in Breath of the Wild that are just as bad either. Oh yeah, that's a reminder by the way, depending on time so much, Tears of the Kingdom releases today.
Tomorrow.
It's
Today
Friday
your
here.
time? That makes
Yeah, I
sense.
live in the UK, so it's Friday here. It releases today, but it's tomorrow for a lot of people still.
It is tomorrow for everywhere in the Americas.
Yeah, I've seen that TFT has been playing Tears of the Kingdom. He got it early.
Super hype for anyone excited in that game. Comes out today,
Yeah,
tomorrow.
Yeah, I've been wanting to. I actually want to order both Breath of the Wild because I never got the chance to play the first game until recently
Ooh.
because I didn't own a Switch until Christmas to get Splatoon 3. There's a shower reminding bottle. Thanks, Ivan. Yeah, you're not gonna check the heal chest. You're just going, Jerbs. No need to check it. We know where Giant's mask is, anyways. It was on the Great Bay Coast map.
Oh, who needs Giants, man? Even when we get it, we don't use it.
Alright, yeah, this is perfect time for James. He's just past 11:15. This is perfect for Twin Mode right now.
Perfect timing. Curious, what is Will doing now? Made it night 1? Getting
He's
money?
making money.
$20? What is this $20 for?
Oh no,
Mission
OCD.
title deed?
He's going back for it.
God.
This is so out of logic. We have Bunnyhood.
Oh, it's so bad. At this point, he must just be misremembering underwater chests, right? Like, I can't foresee any other scenario in which that's the case.
One Tumo down for James. You know what's even worse about that ocean deed? It locks a postman's hat on the cliff.
That is bad. What?
And that is James's last dungeon. Yeah, we're just going past the 90-minute mark very soon. Like, this probably could have been like a sub 120 even. It could piece it together like almost immediately. Which would have made this easy up fast to see the tournament by a large margin. Money.
Vidya is going to be very close to a sub 90 minute. Almost.
Yeah. By the time he gets to Victorious, he'll be at like 141. Or close to. That's the Olive Ranch hit. Thanks, game. They were
great.
both in a corner. That's just rude.
That's so awesome. Oh, is Will gonna go do Shrine now?
Oh no. Please don't. Please.
Oh,
okay,
no,
he's soaring.
Couldn't he have just like went to the bottom and then soared out? Or maybe he was considering doing Shrine.
Maybe, yeah. Back up north.
I think this is definitely one of those seeds where you just like see that your opponent finishes and then just DNF afterwards.
He's going to Snowhead.
Yeah. Yeah, just unfortunate on like all regards.
Also, yeah, in these settings, boss remains are forced to vanilla. There is an option to shuffle boss remains anywhere, and you only need those to get to the moon. But in these settings, we don't do that. In most settings, we don't. But we did do that during a recent tournament back in February, known as the Mystery Tournament.
Sorry about my typing. Forgot to mute. Yeah, this was tough to watch from both angles.
Yeah.
Will was looking really good rushing the letter to Cafe. Looking very clean, and then just unfortunately, went west to check Macau, and only then did Darmani, and then didn't do underwater chest, and really just spiraled from there.
How did that beam not hit him? Okay, never mind. Hitboxes not cooperating. Incarnation's hitboxes are really bad. Alright, last phase. James, your low magic. You're only going up for like 2 shots.
Oh yeah, no magic.
He's out.
Luckily, there's a magic refill.
GG, that's gonna do it. James has forced a game 3. James will finish with a time of 1 hour, 32 minutes, and 18 seconds in the Race Time GG channel.
GG to Vidya, and based on that, it seems like Will has seen it. Yep, I think so. GG to Vidya, unfortunate on Will's end.
And we are joined by Vidya James. Welcome, congratulations.
Hello and congrats.
Yeah, Tears of the Kingdom comes out in 4.5 hours where I am. That's really all that's on my mind right now. It's already out in the UK. I'm guessing, Dat, you must be waiting for the physical release. What's going on, man? Why are you commentating?
Yeah, I want to order the physical copy. Same with
Yeah,
the original Breath of the
fair
Wild.
enough. No, it's already on my Switch. Soon as it's midnight, I am no-lifing that shit, man.
So, how do you think of that seed? Pretty jelly, huh?
I mean, it's pretty, I thought it was very straightforward. It was pretty obvious from the beginning it was going to be very fast. Just, you know, once I got the Road to Icona hint, it's like, all right, go there immediately. Hey, we got Lens. All right, could it be Shiro? Let's rat that in with Graveyard. Oh, hey, Letter to Cafe. That's cool. And then what? It's healing is Way of the Hero then? And it's just like, wait, what? Yep. Okay, let's go do Darmani. So I kind of forgot about Letter to Cafe because, like, at that point, once you get the Zora mask, it's like, that's probably Way of the Hero. And then you get Fire Arrows. It's like, okay, that's definitely Way of the Hero. So, like, who cares about Letter to Cafe now? So this is what I'm saying, though. I've been saying since Blitz started, the West just kind of sucks, especially with Gaiorg start. Like, there's very little reason to go West, and
yeah, we were saying that the whole seed. Like, West was just so bad to do this whole seed rule.
Yeah, and like I guess what happened with Will is since he went West early, he never had a good opportunity to route in Fire Arrow once he got Zora. So just like, ugh.
I think it's a combination. I think at some point, though, I'm pretty sure that Will must have like forgotten that Underwater Chest was big gilded, because there was like so much stuff that he did before inevitably, like, it would have been so easy. He got Kamaro's mask from day 2 grave. So I feel like that would have been like such a simple transition to go straight into it.
Look at this. We got statistics. Okay, never mind. They're all zeros. But yeah, no, I think there were good opportunities for it. It's just like once you have Zora mask, it's like, wow, PF is really appealing, knowing that it's probably Wath. Although I guess in Dad's case, was there anything? There wasn't anything on Mikau, I'm guessing, right?
No, it was just a piece of heart. Okay, it was straight up Darmani.
So yeah, you still, even if you get the keg early, which is what happened with Will, you still know that Zora has to lock something. So I mean, PF is just so appealing at that point, but I'm not sure how much bait there was.
Yeah. I don't think Will actually picked up on that immediately, because right after getting the Zora mask, Will went to Graveyard and full cleared it.
Interesting.
Yeah, so I don't think that logic was picked up on immediately.
Not only that, he kept clearing out checks that we knew could not be anything at that point. On his way to Mikau, and he was just missing Fires. He's still not pieced it together yet that healing was guaranteed Way of the Hero.
Yeah, I'm not sure what must have happened there, but because there's nothing else in DP, right? So it's like,
no, it was straight up something.
You had to know, yeah. So other than that, I guess this ratted pretty well for me. Like, I know people were saying in chat that like early on Will had an advantage, and that kind of makes sense if you go for Letter to Cafe early, and that is valid, like chasing all the Way of the Heroes. But like as soon as I got Deku, I'm like, do I rush the Letter to Cafe right now, or do I go Way of the Hero DP, potentially get, you know, the song there, maybe it's Sonata, and then I get Way of the Hero Woodfall all in one go, and I'm like, yeah, you know, there's time, I'll go just do it later. And then that just led me, as soon as I got healing, I'm like, all right, Darmani, it's time. I knew it. It just had to be, right?
Yeah, like,
screw Letter to Cafe. And then once I got Zora, it's like, I want to go West now. All right, PF's right there. Let's do all that. And then I got Fire Arrows. I'm like, oh, progression, you say? Okay. And then there was Snowhead, which that made it really nice, because as soon as I was done with Snowhead, it was like, all right, it's time for Letter to Cafe. Let's go do that. And then I had Mask of Truth at that point. I was thinking like, okay, it's probably the Way of the Hero in Ranch is probably just Sonata, but it's possible that it's like it's Light Arrows on Dog Race, and then Sonata is just in the castle, and then it all makes sense that way. But either way, it was just like the route is just, okay, go to day 3, check Letter to Cafe, check Letter to Mama, do Dog Race, and then reset, go PF. That was my plan, and it just so happened that Cake was like the first thing I did.
Yeah, makes a lot of sense.
So, I don't know. I'm pretty happy with how this ended up routing. Sucks that Will forgot about Underwater. Could have probably made it a closer race, but Yeah, now you guys get a game 3. You get more stream content.
Oh
That's cool.
yeah. Always
Yeah,
excited
yep.
for game 3.
Yep.
Could have been. I'm still seething over the first game because I had it in the bag, man. Could have been going to grand finals playing Broat, but
Oh jeez.
we'll
Yeah,
see.
just-
We'll
Just
get it
unfortunate circumstances, honestly, from both ends. The game 3 between Broat and Dodo, and I guess now game 1, and now game 2 of this.
Who would have
Yeah.
thought, man? Yeah.
Just a lot of unfortunate circumstances all around.
Yeah. I am race 3 in 1 month. No, we'll figure it out soon. Luckily Will and I are both in the same time zone, so that's not annoying. But once one of us got to schedule with Bro, then it's gonna get annoying. So we'll see. And then I'm gone the last 2 weekends of the month. I'm gone, so see you in June, I guess. Even if I even make it to Grands. Yeah.
Not only that, we gotta deal with Tears of the Kingdom, and also Summer Games Like Quick is later this month as well, so people are gonna be busy with that.
Yeah, I'm gonna be gone like the last week. Not gonna. There's the last thing I want to do is race Blitz when I'm at SGDQ. But dude, I can't stop thinking about Tears of the Kingdom, man. It's so soon. Press 1 if you're already playing it. Is anybody in chat already playing it? And don't spoil anything. Just put a number 1 that you're playing it. Anybody? Anybody at all playing the game already? Any Europeans still awake? Probably still awake and grinding it. I'm gonna no life it until like 3 a.m. Show up late for work. I'm like, listen, boss, you gotta understand. This is a new Zelda game. But
You don't get it. I need this.
and like halfway through the race, my wife Maria, like God bless her, she came home. She's like, I have a surprise for you. I'm like, It's like I got chips and beer for the weekend. We're gonna party down. I'm like, that's all we need, baby. Hell yeah. So I'm gonna have fun, and I hope you guys do too with the new Zelda game.
Ain't no party like a Zelda party, right?
Hell yeah.
Well, I'm gonna hop in and do my spiel and get you guys on out of here. Vidya, thank you for a great race. Same to Will, even though I think he's gone to sleep, so he's probably not listening, but all the same. Loss and Tony. Yeah, Tony. Loss and Tony, thank you both. Thank you both for coming. Special K, thank you for tracking. Sorry, my eyes are bothering me. Freaking allergies. Can't see shit right now. Thank you to everyone who came out to watch. It was a great race to watch. I'm going to throw you over to Willard Bradley, who is doing Blitz settings himself right now, so keep the trend going. Tonight we may have some Z2 shenanigans over here, so check back in a little bit and see if that's anything you're interested in. Everyone else, though, have a good night.
Have a good one, everybody.
Bye.
Have a good one.